Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris here, and welcome to FIREWATCH. I don't really know how to intro this video, so we're just going to get right into it. You see Julia, and this is where we set up our backstory. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing, well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. Henry! You are my brother. Why are you here? I approach her. I am drunk. That's not me. So what's your, major, or you're pretty? I'm gonna go ballsy and say, you are pretty. You're pretty, she says, coolly. You are not. You are a future hangover. What? You reply, confused. Someone should buy you a cheeseburger, she says. She flags down a waiter, and 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. God, is that really how dating works? I don't know, because my only dating experience was a bizarre, weird kind of, wait, whoa. Is this how, I don't remember this. I thought it was just, oh, okay, so this is, it's a down arrow. Haha, Reddit, downvote. Fuck you, Reddit. I parked in 5. Is that truck mine? Because if I parked in 5, dude, that's my favorite number. Hell yes. Get in that truck. That bag is gonna fall out of the truck. Why would you put it in the back? Put it in the fucking passenger seat, you damn lunatic. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Julia wants to get a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia's in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German Shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. I'm taking the beagle and naming him Bucket, because we used to have a beagle. His name was Buster. Bucket's a good dog, and a week later, you've totally forgotten about the other one. Julia loves him. You love him too. Beagles are cool dogs. They're bastards, but they're cool. 1979. You talk out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m., and the heat still radiates off of the high desert. What do you think about kids? She asks. Kids? They're not very smart or good at much. I'm saying if you have some, a couple little idiots. That would be pretty good. One day, why rush? She looks away, out towards the mountains. We have plenty of time, right? Speak for yourself, mister. Don't worry, you assure her. This is going to get depressing for me, isn't it? I already know how this is going to end, but personally, this is going to get depressing for me. I'll do my best with current situations. You tell her she has the body of an undergrad. What? My ovaries didn't get the memo, she says, laughing it off. One day, okay? I don't even understand what that means. Okay, one day, she says. 6 months later, you get engaged, lying in bed on a Sunday morning. Oh, wait, I just remembered. You get to see my penis in this. Heck yeah. Alright, well, at least the tailgate's closed. Thoroughfare Trailhead. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. Thoroughfare Trail not recommended for inexperienced hikers. No fireworks. And a map. Alright, let's go. Hit. Digga, digga, digga. Don't trip on the rock. The graphics of this remind me a little bit of the Ruby Grim Eclipse game. 1980. One more year. It's a Thursday night, and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call, you're worried, and getting angrier by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. You get mad, you ignore her. For how I respond, I wouldn't ignore her, but I wouldn't get mad. So I guess I wouldn't, I don't know, I might get mad. 4 hours later, she's been drinking. Yeah, I'd probably get mad. You call her an inconsiderate asshole. Yep. She tells you to go fuck yourself and not to be such a baby. You call her selfish. She knows you mean it, and it hurts her feelings. Well, listen, bitch, don't go out drinking 4 hours later and don't call me. It's your fucking problem. 1981. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like a He-Man, or I frolic like a Victoria's Secret model. I'm frolicking like a Victoria's Secret model, because I'm not a manly man. I'm not a girly man, but whatever. Julie was right. You are very pretty. Oh, that's a big jump. I feel like my guy's stature is that of, Gimli from Lord of the Rings. That is a spiky fucking tree. God, look at those colors. Dude, I love the art style in this game. Look at those sun rays, man. Oh, it's so fucking pretty. This would be a good VR game, I feel. I'm a manly man. Jesus. 1982. During the summers, you and Julia enjoy walking Bucket at night. There's a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Well, that escalated quickly. Bucket gets kicked. Fuck the dog, Julia yells. She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. I almost thought it said you comfort the attacker. Hey, it's okay. Do I beat his face in or I scare him away? I'd probably just try to scare him away. I'd try to avoid beating the shit out of him because then he'd really have a reason to come back after me, so I'd probably try to scare him away. You reach in your pocket like you've got a gun and threaten to kill him. You manage to scare all three of you. He runs away. Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. You say okay, you don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. 1984. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Waylaid, that word confused me. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Convince her not to take the job, or agree if she commutes back and forth. I guess how would she wait, so agree, so I don't want to tell her not to take the job. I want her to follow her dreams. I want to agree, but I want to make her, like, you know, fly to and from, like, I don't, like, if she's commuting, what, like, I don't even know. We're just going to say agree. Okay. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that it'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. I would move. That's the problem is, like, in this scenario, I would move in my personal life. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. Ugh, God. 1985. Julia sent home from Yale on paid leave for having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Here we go. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it, or you make a macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. I say we should try to talk to someone about it. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from early onset dementia. She is 41. I'm already getting emotional. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. Like, watching other people play this, I got emotional because it really is, stuff like that, dude, is just the most depressing thing. Like, it's just so fucking sad. There's my penis! So pretty. I have to blur that. I like how the game goes out of the way to show that. Bucket is getting older. I bet you he's still adorable. Julia comments that it's kind of nice because he gets in less trouble around the house. A week later, she goes back to the university. 1987, Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class, her research is in shambles, she drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason, and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you in bed to make love. After 5 minutes, she goes into a panic believing her dad is at the door. You tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. For a while, your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. God, it really is so fucking depressing. Like, you're just like, the rest of your life is just robbed from something you literally can't do anything about. It's so fucking heartbreaking. 1988, you spend your days following Julia around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Danielle, the nurse. He suggests that, Daniel. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care, a home. It sits with you for a couple of months. You decide to move her into a full-time care facility, and you're determined to take care of her by yourself. I wouldn't want to put her in a full-time care facility. Like, I would want to take care of her by myself, but I know I couldn't give her the help she needs. So in real life, like, I'd want her to stay, but I don't know. I couldn't make that call. For the context of the story, though, I would want to take care of her by myself because I love her. Oh, gotta be careful on the log. It's a scary log. Oh shit, I didn't even see you. Your camouflage is impeccable. What the fuck was that? He's like, up to the sky! So it's like a Joey Wheeler motion. It is impossibly hard. The worst is when you get mad at her, like when she tries to cook her own food. You can't do anything without her, and she can't do anything without you. When she goes to sleep, you stay up for a few hours, drinking on the deck, watching baseball in the summer, college basketball in the winter, drinking then too. You start going out after you put her to bed. The first time you do it, you worry about her getting up and walking around while you're gone. Get a security camera. Oh wait, it's like 80 something, never mind. You put a chair in front of the bedroom door, you trust that she sleeps like a rock. Realistically, I'd probably put something in front of the door to try to keep her in, but then again, that would also set her into a panic, so I would just try to trust that she sleeps like a rock. You go to the same bar at the boring end of Pearl Street. It's nice there. Over time, you tell Sheila, the bartender, everything. It's a huge weight off. You're home and in bed by 1 a.m. a couple nights a week. You look forward to those nights. One night, you were stopped at the DUI checkpoint, 1989. You blow a .10 and are taken to jail for the night. You consider trying to hide it, but you tell your sister-in-law, Susan. Julia's parents take the next plane from Australia. They can't believe the state your house is in. Then they tell you Julia's coming to live with them. You don't argue. You say you'll visit soon. A few weeks go by. Summer's coming, and you see an ad in the paper for a job. You take it. That's probably the best scenario, too. If she's, like, suffering dementia and stuff, you know, let her parents take her back in. If they're willing to, let them take her back in, because if anything, they've had a longer connection with her. Maybe they could spark some, you know, a less emotionally traumatic state in her by being able to comfort her with something familiar, something that might trigger in her brain, you know, whereas me, somebody who I've only known her for a few years, doesn't have as much of an impact in her life in that way. Okay, and it looks like we are about to get started. There's the Firewatch lookout tower. Sorry, I haven't done a commentary in over a month or two when it comes to like a playthrough game, like obviously since finishing Tomb Raider. And even then it was like a week or so before I uploaded that video. So it's been a little bit. I'm trying my best. All right, turn on the power. It got the walkie-talkie there. Here's a button that looks like a generator. There we go. And power. This looks honestly pretty cozy.
Hello, Two Forks Tower.
Creepy as shit, but still cool. Yo, what up? Hello? Oh, God, that's
hello?
weird.
Whoever this is?
I don't like the buttons.
Henry, right?
Yeah.
I'm Delilah.
Hey
Yeah,
there,
that's the guy
Delilah.
sounded
What's it
fun.
like in New York City? I'm 1,000 miles
So,
away, but
what's
girl,
wrong with
tonight
you?
you look so pretty.
Excuse
Yes,
me?
you do.
People
The
take
song
this
is
job
about
to
me
get away
stalking
from
you.
something. So
You
what's
know
wrong?
it's true.
What's wrong with you?
I'm not listening
That's a
to her.
great idea. Go ahead.
What?
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
All right, you've killed 3 ex-husbands. You're rebelling against mom. Nobody back home can stand you. I'm gonna say that one, and then, how do you select? How do you do?
Okay, you're
Okay.
probably out here.
Buttons are
because
weird. I have to
nobody
hold
back
left
home
trigger,
can stand you,
select, and then let go of
which,
left trigger instead
after
of clicking a
this
button to
brief
select.
Introduction is not a big shock.
Ouch. I'll chalk that up to you being tired.
Bitch, you asked.
Well, I'd better get some sleep then.
One sec. Now it's my turn.
Oh my God.
Okay, good night, bye.
Let's see. I don't know anything about you.
Good. Keep it that way.
I say you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
What does that mean? A man
Right.
out in the woods? That sounded so
Welcome to the
fucking.
job.
That sounded sexist. Oh, it's frozen. Oh, what's happening? Okay, there we go. Firewatch. Day 1. And on that note, we are going to end the episode because I'm going to keep these roughly 10 to 15 minutes long, and I just wanted to get the introductory stuff out of the way for the first episode as to not bloat it too much. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.